Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Road to the GOAT series. Currently have a 20-2 record with a 4-1 record in the Junior College League. And it's time for us to play with Tier 1 teams, and in this matchup, we are using the Miami Heat, of course, and surprisingly, we are going up against the Golden State Warriors. I was really expecting my opponent or any opponent I face in Tier 1 to pick the Brooklyn Nets or the Los Angeles Lakers, but this one comes as a surprise. The Warriors, I wouldn't really put them in Tier 1 because they lost KD and Klay is out for the season. So you mainly have Steph, and I know you have James Wiseman and Draymond. I think right now, if I had to rank them out of all of the tiers, they would be a top tier 2 team for me. But since I seen my opponent pick them, I got a little bit worried because I thought he might have been a really good 2K player, because you got to have some confidence playing with this team. And the reason I say that is because you're going up against other tier 1 teams. You have to face the Los Angeles Lakers, the Bucks, Sixers, and the Heat, along with a plethora of other teams. So choosing the Warriors in Tier 1 is like choosing the least powerful team in Tier 1. It's going to be a tough matchup most of the time. So my opponent, he's probably really good, or this is his favorite team to play with. And as you guys know, the Miami Heat is my favorite team to play with, and they have a pretty good roster in on 2K. Although they aren't doing the best in real life, I still have to go with them in 2K because I think as a team, they have the best roster assembled on 2K. Well, it might be a little bit of bias, but I really like playing with the Heat. So getting into the game, we get off to a nice little start. We are up 9-4. Before that, we had a 7-0 run to start the game. So basically, we just gotta run our plays. Good play here for Duncan Robinson. Usually you see him shoot the 3 ball, but we get a backdoor screen and he gets the easy one-handed dunk. Surprisingly, my opponent did not come out in a zone this game, or it was not a majority of his defense to play zone. He mainly played man, and it was a breath of fresh air because now I was able to run plays. I didn't really have to resort to calling pick and rolls every time or being a little bit more cautious with the ball on offense. Even though we are, the value of the possessions decreased a little bit. I didn't have to score on every possession. And our defense seemed to have come back after those past couple of videos where our defense struggled. This game, after I took a little bit of break to make videos, this game, our defense was really on point. So that was a good sign there. Maybe it wasn't my defense, maybe it was the teams that I was playing with defense that weren't too good. But every game we're gonna try and improve. So score is 8-16. Jimmy Butler, has the ball. We get the post spin going right towards the rim for a nice two-handed dunk. So looking pretty good so far. My opponent is not doing a good job of playing offense, nor is he playing defense that good either. We got a steal with Dragic. Jimmy Butler down the other end of the court. Two-handed finish there for 2 points. So right now our defense is looking good, offense is looking good as well, and this team is playing perfect right now. They're grabbing boards. You see Kendrick Nunn in the corner hitting a wide open 3-pointer, and that is the things you want to see from this Heat team. So I'm telling you, this roster is very deep, and there's a lot of guys who could do different things. So he's back on offense, looking for a score, gets to the rim with Draymond, but decides to kick it back out and backs it out. Then we have Jimmy Butler on Kelly Oubre, makes a tough mid-range jump shot. Usually those shots go in for the superstars, and for everyone else it just bricks off the rim. So I was kind of interested to see that shot go in there. Our lead is still pretty huge at this point, but we aren't really doing a good job of scoring, and he has a couple of possessions where he scored. So we need to get things together because I want to make sure there is no room for this guy to come back. Good pass from Bam to Kelly Olynyk for a nice easy dunk, and that is going to take us into the second half. So with the second half about to start, I'm feeling pretty confident that I could pull away from this guy and capture another victory. But we need to focus on this man right here. On-ball defense on this possession wasn't too good, and Steph Curry gets that shot to go. So now, back on offense, let's see what we could do. Tyler Hero in at point guard, kicks it back out to Bam Adebayo. Backing down the smaller defender, gets the post move to go, add 2 points on for us. So that's basically all we have to do. Take advantage of our mismatches. And this guy in the second half, his defense became a little bit more erratic. He started to leave guys open, especially shooters like Duncan Robinson or Kelly Olynyk, and it was leading to some easy buckets. But he got this crazy shot to go. So 2K, it was giving him a bit of momentum, helping him. I wouldn't really say helping him stay in the game, but he was staying in the game based on Curry hitting crazy shots. But a good three by Duncan Robinson there. Whenever he's that wide open, 95% of the time he is going to hit that shot. So we're back on defense. He has the ball on offense, of course. So let's see what he could do. Wide open three. He gets that one to go. I believe that is Andrew Wiggins. My opponent main focus player for this game was, of course, Stephen Curry, but we were able to shut that down by putting Jimmy Butler on Steph Curry. But look at this play right here. He's just leaving guys open, and he left the wrong guy open in Duncan Robinson. And like I said, 95% of the time, he's going to knock down that shot. But yeah, my opponent was really focused on getting Stephen Curry to get hot and try and help his other teammates create easy baskets. But I just think his skill level wasn't really there, and it was pretty easy to take advantage of him. We've had a lead for a majority of the game, and if I just continue to play this way into the fourth quarter, I don't really see anything changing. He brings the double team. Kelly Olynyk, can't leave him open, especially if he hits a couple buckets before and he gets a wide open three. He's gonna knock down that three a good majority of the time. So like I said, my opponent defense is not the best. It's starting to deteriorate the further we go on to this game, but he gets the basket here on offense, and it was one of those struggle buckets for him there because he had like several possessions where he didn't score, and it was just one of those possessions where he finally got the score. So a sigh of relief for him there. Coming with the double team on Steph Curry, trying to prevent him from scoring, but he passes it out, gives it back to Steph Curry, and eventually end up scoring again. So this will take us into the fourth and final quarter, where the score is 42-28. I really don't see anything I could do wrong, especially when I'm playing with my favorite team. So this should be a cruise control victory. And as I said in the beginning of the video, I was kind of surprised my opponent picked the Warriors. I thought he was going to be really good, but it turns out this may have been his favorite team, and he's not that good at all because it's just way too easy to score. But you know, nonetheless, I play whoever 2K matches me up with, and it just happened to be this guy on this day. Look at this jump ball right here. This is something interesting. We lose the jump ball, but Duncan Robinson gets it and gets an easy layup and one. That is one of the most rarest things and luckiest things I have ever seen in 2K, especially on my side. Usually it goes against me, but the 2K gods are in our favor today in this match. Steph Curry to the rim again, gets that layup to go. We did a really good job, now looking back at this video, of stopping Stephen Curry from hitting a lot of threes. Although on this possession, he just drains one. So although he hit that three there, we did a pretty good job of, you know, really shutting him down. And I think the matchup of putting JB on him kept them from making any kind of comeback. Duncan Robinson, he could shoot the mid-range too. May not be the best mid-range shooter, but you know, his shot release is pretty good and his mid-range is decent. Steph Curry, this guy can shoot from anywhere, and he responds right back with a mid-range of his own. With our big lead, a majority of our offense came from Jimmy Butler. Like, no one on the Warriors could have guarded Jimmy Butler as good as the other teams in Tier 1. Again, wide open in the corner. Excellent release, Duncan Robinson. You just could not do that. Yeah, but Jimmy Butler, he was just a beast in this game. No one was really stopping him, and that just shows you how good of a player he is to play with on 2K. So we're up by 17. The refs call a charge on that possession, and it's not looking too good for my opponent. Well, it wasn't looking too good for him at the start of this game, especially in the fourth quarter. So game's winding down. The computer reaches in for him, and I think he's just about done here. Yeah, that's going to be it for him. I guess he had enough after that charge call. And we get another victory. So we moved our record to 21-2 and 5-1. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.